have been out of work for the greater part of the last year, a lot of which was my choice. And it's been interesting because I've had a lot of time to think about what it is that I really want and what it is that I really need. I'm missing having a daily focused purpose. And I realize I haven't really told y'all very much about who I am and what my background is and what I've devoted most of my life to. So, what better time than now? I've spent many years working with older adults, most of whom were in their 80s or 90s, and most of whom were living with dementia. I bring this up because it is very clear to me, having been out of work for some time now and having spent so much time with people in their 70s, 80s, 90s, and above, that everyone wants to be giving of themselves in some purposeful manner, in some meaningful way. And that doesn't go away when you're, for whatever reason, not working. One of the things that I learned working with older adults so much, specifically those with different forms of dementia, is just how much our faculties, if not engaged and stimulated on a regular basis, how they become dormant or lost. I think the main finding that I've come out of this time with is that what I am seeking and what I am missing is that purposeful daily use of my faculties, of my experience, of my skill sets, of what I am capable of. It is not being utilized, it's not being engaged on a daily basis. So, something that I've had a lot of time to reflect on is how that need shifts as we grow older. When I was younger, I was seeking fulfillment too at that time, but I was not concerned with sustainability. I was not concerned with how I would be able to maintain however it was that I was getting fulfillment out of my daily existence. That was not of my concern. But now, having turned 40, it absolutely is. Now, what it is that I really want, what it is that I'm after, and finding my next role in the work that I want to do is sustainable fulfillment. When I was younger, I didn't know how to manage my empathy. I didn't know how to manage my passion. I didn't know how to serve something that was bigger than myself without pouring my entire being into it until I was empty, which of course is the opposite of sustainable. So now I'm glad that I just understand what it is that I need, and it happens to be in line with what I want. And I think that is part of growing older, is that our desires and our needs hopefully begin to align better. And a big part of that is not just self-awareness. I thought I was quite self-aware for many years, but it didn't quite get me where I wanted to go. And I think the thing that was missing was not only self-acceptance, but an acceptance of the way the world works. I absolutely could not accept the world that we as human beings had created in all of its immense suffering and injustice. Now that I've been able to accept certain things about myself, about the world, about the things that are in my control and not, that has enabled me to gain a bit more clarity of what it is that I am actually capable of changing in this world. And so a better idea of how to get there. Of course, I ultimately don't know what that's going to look like, but I know now that I can't martyr myself for the world. I know now that I don't want to. I want to live. I want to play. I want to explore and experiment and connect and contribute. So here's to growing older and finding our desires and needs more aligned as we go. Here's to the path that we all walk that hopefully will lead us to a sustainable way of fulfilling ourselves and other people. And here's to accepting and enjoying the fact that we don't know shit. the fact that the fact that we don't know shit. I mean, truly, that's a big lesson that I've learned along the way, which has led to greater joy and ability to laugh at the absurdity of this world and the senselessness a little bit more than I cry. So here's to laughing a little bit more than we cry.